Hi. Okay, so everybody's been doing this little accent thing, and I think I wanted to do it because I'm vain, and I thought that I can sometimes have a pretty interesting accent. As a background, I was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, where they don't actually have accents um, that I'm aware of. But then but I also had friends growing up who were from Mississippi. So I started saying things like y'all. And then I went to school in Northwest Indiana, and a lot of my friends were from that area and from Chicago, so I started talking like I was from Chicago. And then I went to school in Virginia, and now I live with my fiance, who is from Tennessee. And we live in Boston. So I'm like, I don't know what I call things anymore. So here goes. First I'm going to do the words. Ant, route, wash, oil. Oil I think is pretty funny because Matt's from Tennessee and he says ol. And I'm like, ol? What's that? Or like we took soil class, like soul. And it's really funny. We're dorks. Theater, iron, salmon, caramel. Fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, and caught. And now that I look at it, it's funny that it says New Orleans because there's also this other city in Kentucky called Louisville, and you have to say Louisville. You don't say Louisville, you don't say Louisville, it's Louisville, like just Louisville. Anyway, and then there's a few questions. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I believe that's TP. I don't know what else you would call it. I've never actually done that. I think my house was TP'd when I was younger, but I never did that. What is the bug? What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? That's a pill bug. Although now that I've been watching other people's and they say roly-poly, if you said roly-poly, I would know what you were talking about. Anyway, the next one's funny because it says, what's the bubbly carbonated drink called? And I grew up for 23 years and I said pop. And I was like, now that word like sounds so odd to me. I always call it soda and it's like pop. I don't know. So I call it soda now. What do you call gym shoes? I think I call them gym shoes. Maybe sneakers, but gym shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? I probably would say, hey y'all, and everybody would listen because they listen to me. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval shaped body? Oh no. Go away. Okay. Oval shaped body and extremely long legs. That's a daddy long leg. What do you call your grandparents? I call my dad's parents, they were grandma and grandpa. I call my mom's parents grandmother and grandfather. My stepdad's parents were Granny and Papa. They're from Atlanta. And then Matt calls his grandparents grandmom and granddad. So, yeah, that's what they call them in Tennessee. What do you call the wheeled contraption which you carry groceries at the supermarket? That's a grocery cart. By the way, I do call it the grocery, not the grocery store, it's the grocery. And I know down south they call it the buggy, which I think is really funny because we have a joke about pushing people in the buggies at Walmart. So every time we go to the grocery and get a cart, we're like, I'm not pushing you in a buggy in Walmart. Yeah, you don't get that joke. It's cool. What do you call when it rains while the sun is shining? And I've never heard that before. It's raining and the sun is shining. Ta-da! Good job. What is the thing that you change the TV channel with? That's a remote. Sometimes maybe a clicker. I don't know. But usually it's the remote. And that's about it. I probably feel like I sound like I'm from Chicago right now because I'm like smiling, and when you like hold your mouth a certain way, you like talk like you're from Chicago. You're like, I take tap class. and I pet the cats. And I totally sound like that sometimes. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And I know that I sound different, and have a good Friday.